Welcome back to the Altcoin Explorer channel, your home for no-nonsense high-signal crypto updates. My name is Biswajit, and if you're holding Bitcoin or any major altcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Chainlink, then what happens next is something you absolutely need to prepare for. We're diving deep today: Bitcoin's resistance battles, Ethereum's uncertain bounce, Solana's fight at key levels, XRP's tightening squeeze, and Chainlink's critical trend watch. This isn't just technical noise. These moves are echoing across on-chain data, whale activity, and liquidity traps. So sit back, relax, and make sure to watch until the very end, because if you're planning your next crypto play, timing is everything right now. Let's kick things off with Bitcoin, the king of crypto. Zooming out on the 4-day and weekly charts, we can clearly see one dominant theme: bearish divergence still intact. Even as price action has printed higher highs in recent weeks, the RSI has consistently trended lower, signaling a loss of momentum behind these rallies. We've been tracking this divergence since the beginning of the year, and it's been right on the money. It predicted the fade in bullish strength that we've seen throughout the first quarter. And right now it's telling us, don't expect fireworks just yet. Now that doesn't mean Bitcoin is crashing tomorrow. In fact, on shorter timeframes, we're still seeing bullish divergence playing out. A classic case of conflicting signals across different timeframes. So what's the takeaway? In the short term, we could see relief bounces and sideways action. But in the macro picture, this market needs time to reset. Looking at the liquidation heat maps, there's a major cluster of short positions stacked between $86,000 and $88,000. This is a liquidity magnet. Smart money knows it, and so do the bots. Bitcoin has been flirting with this region, nudging just high enough to force shorts to close, then pulling back before true breakout confirmation. It's a classic liquidity sweep, and if you've been watching the heat maps with us, you saw this coming. Now, here's where it gets really important. Support zones to watch: $78,000, $74,000. Breakout levels to watch: confirmed candle closes above 88K equals green light for 92K, maybe even a push to 96 to 97K. But until we clear that 88K resistance with volume and conviction, expect more chop. This is a range trader's market right now. Now let's talk about Ethereum, still the number 2 by market cap, but navigating some serious headwinds. Ethereum is technically still within a broader bearish structure, especially on the weekly chart. Price has been oscillating inside a large macro downtrend ever since the highs of 2021. And even today, ETH hasn't convincingly broken out of that pattern. However, we are seeing short-term relief around the $1,400 to $1,550 support zone. This has held up well historically and is currently acting as a floor, at least temporarily. Now, here's the kicker. Ethereum's fate in the short term is heavily dependent on Bitcoin. If BTC manages a bullish push above 88K, ETH could follow with a surge toward $1,800 to $1,950. But if Bitcoin falters, Ethereum could revisit its recent lows or even test the $1,300 region. In short, ETH is dancing on a tightrope, and the next few days could dictate its entire Q2 trajectory. Switching over to Solana, a favorite of DeFi, NFTs, and high-performance blockchain fans, the price has been battling the $120 to $130 zone for weeks now. This level was previously strong support. Now it's acting as resistance. We've seen multiple daily candle wicks push above $130, but no confirmed weekly closes yet. That's important. It tells us bulls are trying, but they haven't taken control. Solana also has a bullish divergence on the daily timeframe, and that's been slowly playing out as expected. So what's likely? A continuation of choppy sideways price action or a modest relief rally? Nothing explosive unless we get a decisive breakout above $135. Key resistance above that sits at $145 to $150. If SOL can break that and hold, the next leg higher opens up. But until then, it's range-bound with a slight bullish bias. Let's move on to XRP, which remains in a long-term bearish channel. It's been stuck inside this descending parallel structure for months, with the lower boundary around $1.74, upper resistance near $2.60, and the center line, right now the most important zone, at $2.13. Currently, XRP is hovering near this midline. That's where the tug-of-war is happening. Here's what's playing out. When XRP dips below the center line, it finds resistance. When it pops above, the same line acts as support. So for short-term traders, this $2.13 area is everything. Stay above it. We could see a move toward $2.30 to $2.50. Fall below? That opens the door for a retest of $1.90 or lower. Now let's talk Chainlink, one of the most innovative oracle networks in crypto. Chainlink's been showing signs of life thanks to a bullish divergence on the daily chart. That's helped push Link toward the $12.90 to $13 zone. But here's the problem. This area is now acting as major resistance thanks to a previous Fibonacci support flipping rolls. If Link manages to break and hold above $13, then we can start eyeing $14.10 as the next stop, followed by a bigger resistance zone near $14.90 to $15.50. But, and it's a big but, despite this short-term bullish action, Link remains within a larger bearish macro structure going back months. So short-term traders may find opportunity here, but long-term investors should wait for a true trend shift before going heavy. Let's zoom out and connect all the dots. Across Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Chainlink, we're seeing a repeating pattern, short-term bullish divergence giving modest upward relief, long-term macro trends still leaning bearish or neutral, heavy liquidity above current price levels creating traps. This is not the moment to YOLO into trades. It's a time for strategy, patience, and risk management. What's likely? A continued slow grind up to test major resistance. BTC $88,000, ETH $1,800, SOL $135, XRP $2.30, Link $13 or more. Then a battle. If bulls win and volume supports the breakout, we could be looking at the next leg up. If resistance holds, expect another leg down or extended sideways consolidation. Before we wrap, let's talk about a strategy you must understand during these times: range trading. In sideways markets, breakouts are rare, but bounces between support and resistance happen like clockwork. Here's how you can capitalize. Identify clear support and resistance zones. Don't chase mid-range. Use oscillators like RSI and MACD to catch reversals near boundaries. Stay nimble. These are quick in and out plays. Don't overstay. Avoid leverage over exposure. Liquidation traps are everywhere. Sideways markets don't have to be boring. With the right plan, they can be highly profitable. And that wraps up today's crypto market breakdown. The charts are talking, but it's up to you to listen carefully. If you're looking to capitalize on short-term moves or plan your long-term entries, now is the time to stay sharp, stay informed, and stay patient. The real opportunities come to those who prepare. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss an update from the CryptoBot channel. And if you want to trade any of these moves with lower fees and exclusive bonuses, check the links below for 2-bit and Bytex. No KYC, high rewards, and deep liquidity. Also, check out these 2 videos right here. Top left. Learn how to trade bullish and bearish breakouts effectively. Bottom left. Master strategies for sideways markets with easy, actionable tips. Thanks for watching. I'm Biswajit from the Altcoin Explorer channel, and I'll see you in the next one.